Our top focus remains on the 3,600 crore rupees AgustaWestland chopper deal. Well, the government is now divided on whether to cancel that deal or not. Sources say that the Prime Minister's office is unhappy with the proposal to cancel the chopper deal. Remember, this comes amidst reports that the Defence Minister has in fact was inclined to cancel that deal in view of the bribery allegations against former Air Chief SP Tyagi. Also, a CBI team is all set to leave for Italy today to investigate whether firms were floated in India to route kickbacks from the deal. Now, the team will try to meet Italian prosecutors to ascertain details of the case. An Italian probe report claims that 3 cousins of former Air Chief SP Tyagi received kickbacks.
The sense of urgency that we feel for accountability and sanctions to be imposed should not be allowed to derail our steady requirement being fulfilled as far as defense preparedness is concerned. I think we shouldn't be overreacting. We have no reason to be self-conscious or to hide something. This is not a problem. The problem of commission agents in defense deals is not a problem that's going to go away simply by our wishing it, and clearly hasn't gone away despite the fact that we've made laws to impose sanction. This is a problem that is a worldwide problem. Whether we are planning to cancel or not, I don't know. There is a provision for cancelling. I think the government is entitled to give a show cause notice. We've given a show cause notice, but any further steps that are taken should be taken keeping in mind both our entitlement as far as the contracts are concerned and the implications for it for ourselves.
And for more on that, let's get in a word from our Deputy National Bureau Chief Pallavi Ghosh, who's joining us live. Pallavi, now what's seeming to become a high point also in this AgustaWestland deal is the fact that the government is divided whether the deal needs to be cancelled or not.
Well, the government certainly doesn't want the deal to be cancelled because it's going to be having a rippling effect. At the end of the day, it's also what India is worried about, the government certainly is worried about, is the global impression about India. I mean, if you just go back a bit to the controversy over FDI multi-brand retail, there was a section when the government said that why not just put this on hold. At that point of time, the Prime Minister's office's argument was that it will have an impact of a global image, the image of India as being a progressive, reform-oriented government. That's pretty much a similar argument which is now being given by the Prime Minister's office as well as a section of the government of ministers who are not in favour of the cancellation of the deal. Though the comparisons are not completely accurate or they are not the same, but the argument is simple. You cannot go on cancelling deals till you do not have an authentic proof that there was actually money which was made by many leaders within the Congress party or bribes were actually given to a government. The argument of the Prime Minister's office is that there is an ongoing probe report. One has to wait for the probe report. Till that report doesn't come through, one should not cancel this deal. The other argument, of course, being given from within the Congress party and the government, of course, is the fact that Mr. Antony himself wants to really keep his image intact of being a squeaky clean politician. He's been seen as a minister who's been extremely slow on finalizing deals because he's very worried and apprehensive that there should not be any stain of any or hint of a scam on him, and that's the reason perhaps why Antony has sought to distance himself from this entire controversy and even pushing in for going ahead with the deal. So divide within the government, of course, becomes clear once again.
Right, and Pallavi, this is also likely to be brought up in that meeting between the British Prime Minister and our Prime Minister, the fact that AgustaWestland is a British firm.
That's right, but I don't think the Indian government or certainly the Indian Prime Minister would want to push in for a cancellation of the deal. But yes, what the government of course is worried about is the fact the timing of this controversy is just ahead of the budget session. It also comes in an almost election year. At the end of the day, the government, the Congress party does realize it's going to become added into a long list of scams and controversies against the government. So I think a fine balance the government will certainly try to maintain, and indeed the Prime Minister himself, on one hand trying to show that India is trying to be clean as far as these controversies are concerned, as far as his deals are concerned, but on the other hand also does not want to give out this impression that it wants to cancel deals in the basis of these kind of controversies.